Hello, this is Jess. It's about 8:30 in the morning, Tuesday. This is chat session number 21, November 21st, 2017. Again, Tuesday morning. And we're going to go right into the tidbits of history. We're going to go back to 1980 on this day. 350 million people around the world tune into television's popular primetime drama Dallas to find out who shot J.R. Ewing, the character the fans love to hate. The November 21st episode solved the mystery identifying Kristen Shepard, J.R.'s wife's sister, and his former mistress as the culprit. It was estimated that 76% of all the U.S. televisions on that night were tuned in to this episode. It's pretty crazy. I remember the whole thing actually. There was I believe a Writers Guild strike or something, and it delayed the the timing of the season, so people were like all in anticipation of finding out, in the end of the last season he had been shot, and then they opened it up, who did it or whatever. So it was a big deal. I'm not even sure if I don't remember even watching the episode. So I did manage to see it, I guess, eventually, but I don't think I saw it at that time. Maybe I did. I honestly can't remember. But anyway, it was an interesting little entertainment bit of history there. All right. 1975. We're going to go back to 1975 now. A Senate committee issues a report charging that the U.S. government officials were behind assassination plots against two foreign leaders and were heavily involved in at least three other plots. The shocking revelation suggested that the United States was willing to go to murderous levels in pursuing its Cold War politics. Right in front of us, there it is, the admission that we've been active in other countries' governments, at least since 1975, according to this report, but I believe it's way further back than that. I love where I live, okay? Let's understand that first, but when we, as a president's administration, comes forth representing our country, and they're involved in all these other plots to overthrow governments, to have people killed, to further our agenda. I'm not sure if I agree with that, because when it happens to us, look how irate and all these people stand up and say, hey, this shouldn't be happening, this is the United States of America, you shouldn't be doing that to us, but yet we do it to other countries. And now, like I said, with this little bit of history here, this report says that we're willing to do murder, to kill people. So keep that in mind when you see the news and they say that, oh, these countries are horrible because they tried to become involved in our country and overthrow and do different things, because we've been doing it for years and years. And I'm sure some of the other countries have been doing it for years and years as well. But I think there needs to be a line drawn, and our involvement in subversion shouldn't continue, in my opinion. I believe in being protected. I believe in making sure that no one can do physical harm, but that's not been the case. Look at all these, within our own country, these, people that live here are doing it. So we surely don't need outside involvement, which I'm sure a lot of this was. The different shootings that have been going on in the last 5 months, it's crazy. But back to this stuff, if they're admitting in 1975 that we're doing this kind of stuff, imagine what it is in 2017. right or wrong. I think it's something to be looked at and not to be done lightly. If it has, I think there shouldn't just be a clear path to go and do stuff like that. But it's going on regardless of what I say, at this point anyway. And probably reaches the top of our government all the way, down to the soldiers carrying out the orders. So, enough about that. But I do have an opinion on that, and I think that there needs to be some kind of oversight, even in these kind of things, and where enough people have to deem it necessary in order for it to happen, and not just one person or two people. I understand the urgency of secrecy, but I also understand the person that makes these decisions. If they have an intent that's contrary to what we as Americans would want, they shouldn't have just one say and it happens. There needs to be some kind of consensus, maybe not to delay it, but just to solidify that, hey, this is the action we need to take. Anyway, all right, enough about that. We're going to go right on to what happened in the sports on Sunday. It was rough. Seattle lost last night against the Falcons. It was a tight game, 34-31 in favor of the Falcons, but it was at home in the Legion of Boom, in Seattle, and the field goal kicker missed a kick to tie it up at the end, but you can't ever just blame the kicker. It was a 52-yarder. It wasn't no easy kick, but it was doable. But they lost, and it was a great comeback by Russell Wilson. He gave it everything he had. The receivers gave it everything they could. The run, but it just wasn't enough. You let the Falcons get out ahead of you, and that's what happens. They're no slouch team. They may be struggling, but they're no slouch team. And so, anyway, enough about that too. We have one of the new teams that's just secretly dominating the boards is the Vikings. Solid offense, the top 10 offense, top 10 defense, maybe even better. They're continuing to win, and they definitely lead their division. And I think that they have a great shot of going all the way. I was very impressed with their football this Sunday. They really put it on the Rams, and the Rams are another contender for playoffs for sure, but Super Bowl as well, being the top scoring offense all the way up to this point in the NFL this year. And that Viking defense held them to 7 points. That's pretty amazing. Not very many teams can say that because, like I said, they were the top scoring offense, like 32 points a game average. So that says something about their defense. But their offense, people say a lot of things about Keenum and all that, but he did it. He did work, and he has good weapons, and he's not afraid to throw to them. I think that the Vikings are, top contender for Super Bowl this year. They got a lot of hurdles to, as far as what they got coming up, but they've shown they can play, and they've only lost 2. So I think that makes them 8-2. So, that's a team to look out for. Just mark my words for it. I think they'll be in the Super Bowl this year. We'll see. All right, now we're going to skip on, and I'm going to have a drink of coffee. I worked last night. It's like I said, it's Tuesday morning. I have an appointment with the surgeon. It's a minor surgery around in my knee area. They're going to clean out that area that they took this mole out of to make sure it's clean, and we'll go from there once they get the readings on that. to find out exactly what I'm facing, if I'm facing anything. Could be they got it all and that's all I got to do, or it could be some more stuff, coming up. So I don't want to dwell on it. There's good things going on in life, and that's just life in itself too as well. When you find out you could have some kind of sickness, and you just got to try to deal with it. And that's what I'm going to do. And I'll do what they say to an extent. I'm not going to try to self-medicate if I've got something going on, but at the same time, I may choose some different paths to what the normal paths would be for what I may have. So on with that. I mean, I do have. They say, that I got something, and they just want to make sure that it didn't spread, so that when they cut it out, they got everything. But anyway, it's Thanksgiving week, and it's also, I think that I can say hello to Joel, Price, and Avinia, and to Charlie and Linda, some people that I've known a long time, and happy early Thanksgiving to you guys. And we don't communicate enough, which, it's my fault probably more than anybody's, but it's just the way it's been for me lately. Miss you guys, love you guys, and I do see Charlie's post on some of the social media out there. Pretty wild stuff, Charlie. But anyway, all right. Again, this is Jess, chat session number 21. 21 days without missing a day. Hope to continue the rhythm of this thing and just keep doing it. And thanks for watching if you have. And now we're going to go ahead and end it the way I always like to. Be truthful, be happy, and let's look out for each other, okay? Have a great Tuesday. See you in the flip side. Go Seattle this next week.